Hey y'all, peace and love, grand rising, TiaraSharde here. It is time for the divine message for the collective. It is March the 5th, Tuesday. I hope all is well. Thank you so much for subscribing. Shout outs to you guys who have been rocking with me thus far. Shout outs to my new subscribers. Thank you for liking the videos. To schedule private session with me, the link to my website is in the description box. These messages are for the collective, so they're for millions of people. It may not resonate with everyone. I hope that it does. If it does, make sure you're leaving a comment. I like to hear what's going on with you. And if not, hopefully I have something for you tomorrow. We do the divine message for the collective Monday through Friday. And on Friday, we do your weekend forecast. Hey, welcome, y'all. Peace and love. So you guys know me by now, right? I do manifestation rituals. I let you know your soul's purpose. I do past life reports, counseling, relocation services, weight loss, detox, cleansing, a whole bunch of stuff. So contact me at the link to my website, okay? What else, you guys? I do always like to say that these messages, anything that you hear, you read, you take in, whatever the case, make sure you're only paying attention to your own intuition, okay? These messages are for entertainment purposes only. Make sure you're following your own guidance. That's really, really important. These energies move around a bit, so this could be you or the other person. This could have already happened. It's happening right now, or it may not. This may not be the message for you. Just take what resonates and leave the rest because that belongs to somebody else, okay? Hey, peace and love, grand rising, you guys. So this one, I titled The Epiphany because I feel like many of you are or have just had a clarity of thought, had an awakening of some kind. Definitely a spiritual awakening, but as far as intellect, hey Annalie, how you doing? As far as intellect, so you have been thinking about something, you guys. You have been thinking about the past, you've been thinking about the future. You don't really know what to do. You may be up at night. But you have an opportunity to kind of clear your mind of everything because you're going through a big change. A big change is going to take place. And many of you guys message me and you're like, yeah, everything is flipped around. This is what this is. But it's a divine opportunity. So you want to make sure you're looking at it from that perspective. Try not to think like your whole world is coming to an end. Just look at it like, okay, things are happening, but this is the end and a beginning is coming, a new fresh start. So that's what's happening. And many of you guys, this came to you like in the middle of the night or while you're driving to work and you're like, that's it. You know, all of this is happening for this to happen. Many of you have been praying for things to come about. You've been praying on your relationship, your home situation. There is a very strong home energy here. So your family life, the people you love, the root of everything, it's playing a factor right now. It could give you a sense of anxiety. Maybe you feel like you're not doing all that you can for your family, or it's something within you that needs to be addressed, like something that happened in your childhood, something you haven't squared away or healed from, certain cycles that you've been just participating in and feeding this whole time. Those are needing to be wrapped up. For many of you, okay, we talked about this in other messages as well. For many of you, hey, peace and love, those who just joined in. It's like you just figured out what you were doing. Like you're just now seeing yourself for who you are, what you've been doing, good or bad, whatever the case. And you're like, oh, that's what this was. Like, that was the common denominator in all these situations. Like, I've actually been causing this. I feel like many of you are understanding how powerful you are and that you are creators and that you are able to, make things come about. So you're realizing, okay, like these negative thoughts actually created this situation. Or my perception of reality, not exactly the truth, but my perception actually caused this situation to get out of hand. It wasn't even like that. So many of you are coming to this realization, and it's a powerful thing. It's really divine intervention. It's a divine opportunity. It's whoever you believe in. We say it all the time, right? God, ancestors, source, whatever you believe in, it's you getting that opportunity to start fresh and have a clarity of thought and know what to do. So many of you are putting together a game plan, whether that's written, whether you're visualizing that. You're like, all right, well, this is what I want to do. So many of you are hoping that a current situation doesn't turn out like the past. So And there's a need not to, you guys probably hear the cat meowing, but there's a need not to dwell so much in the past, as in there's a need to reconcile it and understand what happened and your part in it. But there's not, don't be too hard on yourself, because you do have an opportunity to start fresh and start over. Many of you are going to be thinking about the lessons over the years. What did this situation teach me? What did I learn? This happened not because of somebody else, but because of me. It's really important, and we do talk about this all the time, really don't look at anybody else. You're in control. I feel like when we blame other people, hey, Annalie, yeah. I feel like when we blame other people, it's like we're giving our power away. Oh, so you're saying that I have that much power over you, that I caused you to do this? Really? So we got to stop doing that. There's a need for you to take accountability for the things that you're doing, because nobody made you do anything. You just decided to do it, or you decided to think this about somebody else. It's not even the case. I feel like many of you are coming to that realization. And because you've been putting in the hard work, see, there's so many groups of people here. Because many of you have been putting in that hard work of self-mastery, self-realization, awareness, all of that stuff, is you've successfully cleared away stagnant energy, and you've successfully wrapped up a cycle. It's many of you had no resistance to the energies that have been going on around you. So if say the energies you were able to, do something, you just went ahead and you did it. You just didn't pause. You were like, oh, okay, I see this opportunity, I'm taking it. You know what I mean? I am taking it. I'm at the front of the line because I see this coming, and whoop, there it is. Right? So that's for many of you guys. Because of that, you're able to manifest. Right? And we do discuss that being able to manifest, you want to make sure you're stable and balanced before you try to manifest anything. Really? Because it's not going to have quite the outcome that you want. It could get messy. You really want to be as precise as possible when you're manifesting. That's why people say, it's important to write things down. Well, what do you want? Okay, well then write down what is blocking you, and then address all of those blocks, because you want to manifest from, like I said, a stable and balanced place. So I feel like many of you have done that. Now that you cleared things away, you've been working on your self-mastery and your shadow work. Now you're in a perfect place of self-mastery, and you realize this. So you're like, okay, now what? Now what do I want to do? And you're seeing your manifestations come into reality, which is amazing. And also, these manifestations aren't just coming in the form of things, they're coming in the form of people too. So many of you, if you've been asking for a mentor or a friendship or even a love interest, I feel like there is romance here for many of you as well. So take it how it applies. But I feel like if you've been asking for this or praying for it, you're getting it. And pay attention. We say this a lot, y'all. Pay attention to the people who are around you. Love and respect them. Honor them for what they represent, who they represent in your life right now. So many of you are coming into contact with your soul tribe, with soulmate energies, people who touch down with you in this time and space to help you, to assist you. You guys are helping each other, and it's a contract. It's a union. So we'll get into that too, because that is one of the soul ties. That's kind of the romantic aspect that I feel, okay? So you're going to be meeting your soul tribe, soulmates. All right, so let's hop into the romance, okay? Because I know you guys been waiting for that. You guys love when I do the romance stuff. So as far as romance, this is you having the epiphany, the realization that you have a twin flame or soulmate or a soul tie, contract, union, whatever it is, with somebody else. Like I said, this could be platonic. This definitely, and also it has a past life tie. As far as romance, you have a soul contract with somebody. Many of you are wrapping up that cycle. You're closing it out because you actually have somebody else that's meant for you after this cycle. And many of you, this is what it is. Somebody is being brought into your life, and you're beginning a new cycle with this person because you guys have a soul contract. Also, as far as spiritual gifts, you guys have, there's a soul union. I feel like, and this happened in personal readings too, with, in one-on-one sessions, there is an inheritance, there's a spiritual gift being given, and you're gonna want to pay attention and do the work that you need to do in order to get it. And many of you are coming to that realization, okay? And you're like, okay, let me just make sure I'm ready. What do I need to do? Hey, thanks for the love. Thanks for the thumbs up. So you're going to ask that, like, well, what do I need to do? Many of you are going to tap into your intuition. You're going to figure out what it is. There's a hidden talent, a hidden gift that so many of you have. And it's like you're being activated. And for many of you, it feels like a life crisis. You're angry. You're angry. You're pissed off. You're hungry. You're tired. You're ashy. You don't know what to do. It's really because you're being activated on a soul level. Please don't resist that, because it's going to cause a lot of stuff. And don't just lay down. Just sit down. Let things happen. Meditate. Let it flow. Tap in. Talk to your spirit guides, your ancestors. Again, the pixies, the elementals. All respect to whatever it is that you believe in, and get some guidance. You know, connect with you, your higher self. You are your higher self, right? We talk about that too. It's not like something outside of you. It's just you're merging with that higher version of yourself. So that's where you're being guided right now. And so many of you are realizing that. As far as romance, that's what it is. Your soul is like, nah, well, we signed this contract. We were actually supposed to be with this person right now, so let's go. And it's just coming in, and you guys are understanding that. What else, you guys? You're going to be sent a lot of friends, a lot of friendly energy. You know, this could be on a spiritual level or in the physical. Okay, so, you know, tap into that. Tap in. Tap in. Many of you talk to yourself. I just heard that. Like, you just talk to yourself, like in the car, in the shower. You're probably not talking to yourself. These are like spirit guides. These are ancestors. These are, you know, spirits that have been with you for a while now, and you've been communicating with them the whole time. I don't know who that was for, but maybe that was that's the friendship for somebody. Also, these friendly energies are going to show up in the forms of people. Okay, so this could be anywhere, on your job, at the gas station, at CVS. It doesn't really matter. So make sure you're walking with love all the time. Love all the time. Make sure your balance is good to ground yourself. Eat high vibrational foods. I've been doing that lately because I've been cutting up, y'all. You know, I tell on myself. I've been cutting up, so now I'm just, eating more fruits and vegetables so I could be balanced within myself. So that I make sure I'm manifesting from a balanced place. It's really important. I see what happens when I'm unbalanced and I'm manifesting stuff, and it is not cute. It's not pretty. So I want to make sure I'm in control and still checking in with myself. So that is the divine message for the collective. Thank you so much for all the love. I hope this resonated with somebody. Keep moving forward, you guys. That is the advice in this. Like, a cycle is wrapping up. You're just going to want to flow with it. Learn all that you can. Be patient and kind with yourself. Like, just take it day by day, you guys. Many of you have been going through some things, in our private sessions, and it's what's going on. Your soul is wanting something different. So it's like, it's crunch time. Like, we always talk about ascension is the motive, growth is the motive, transformation is the motive. So just keep doing that, keep changing, keep growing, for the better. And you got it. If you guys have been watching the last messages, especially the past couple weeks, there's victory in the air for so many of you. Hey, Veronica, you just started talking to yourself in the mirror. Yes. Okay, good. I'm not the only one. I think it's really important. I think it really is. Even dancing in the mirror too. I talked about that too, especially during my weight loss. Dancing, because I have this different body. It's like, so let's see what she could do, or let's get used to her. Let's start loving up on this new person, quote unquote. So yeah, talk to yourself in the mirror. Do your affirmations in the mirror. Mirror magic. I use the quotations because some people have an issue with the word magic, but really there's something really beautiful and spiritual about saying affirmations to yourself in the mirror, communicating, speaking power and love into yourself, because again, we're creators. So you want to make sure you're always thinking beautiful thoughts, especially about yourself, because you are more powerful than you think. Hey, Artisha. Oh, you're late again. No, it's okay. Just play it back. Play it back. We'll be here tomorrow. So yeah, y'all, keep doing that. I highly recommend that. I really talk to myself all day. I check myself, like, in my mind, especially if I have a thought, like saying, like, man, I was supposed to do that. I can't believe I messed that up. Da, 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 da. Instead of going off on myself like that, I just realize, all right, okay, baby, you could have done better. You could have did a little bit better, but let's just try harder next time, or let's do this next time. So yeah, constantly feed that love into yourself. And then, fill up your cup. Make sure your cup is full and overflowing of self-love. And then what's overflowing, that's what you give to everybody else. But you give to everybody else where you're at. Like the people who see you with crusty toes and in your drawers all day, that's the first people that you give that overflow to. And then you give the overflow to the people outside of the house. Make sure you're doing that. Okay, keep that cycle going, because you know where you're at. See, that speaks to the home energy that was here, the root of stuff. Make sure you're feeding love to yourself and to the people around you. They're your foundation. They're your foundation. So make sure they get some of that goodness too. Okay. Hey, y'all who just joined in, I'm wrapping it up. This was the divine message for the collective. I will see you tomorrow. You guys know, Monday through Friday. Check me every Friday for your weekend messages. Click the link to my website for a private session. I'll tell you something more specific to your situation. And a lot of you have some spiritual gifts that are manifesting. All right. So be patient. Do your studies. All right. Study yourself. If you're being led to certain books and websites, you know, figure that out. Do your research on yourself, because when you are coming into it. Hey, Avance, you've been here for an hour. I've only been live for 60 minutes. That is so funny. For an hour. Well, I appreciate the love and support, Avance. That's what's up. So yeah, do your studies. And love up on yourself, okay, you guys? This is really important. So that is all. I'm going to stop rambling. Peace and love to you. I will see you tomorrow. Mwah.